Hello and welcome. It is Christmas time. The snow is falling
Merry
down.
Christmas.
There's no snow in Australia.
Well, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
That's just Adam's dandruff, so...
Oh, that's very harsh. My scalp care is on point, everyone.
Or heads and shoulders.
But yes, look, it is the final episode of the year. It is Christmas time.
What a year it's been.
If you're listening to this, what a year it has been. I'm here with... We got all hands on deck today.
We're back. It's the first time we've all been together in a while. Everyone's been off doing the...
Yeah,
it
is.
is.
Yeah.
We're
Everyone's
talking...
slightly more bearded.
Yeah,
Bit more tan.
Yeah, you can't see, but we're
are.
all very beardy right now. It's the beardy time of the year. 'Tis the season to be beardy,
No,
as
it's
they say.
just laziness. But no, look, I'm here with Chris, Cameron, and Aaron.
Yo.
Yes, and myself, Adam, and we're ready to dissect a lot of the big news that's come out in the last couple of weeks.
Picked up a bit. It got a bit quiet there early in the year, but we've got actual stuff to talk about, so that's always really good.
Yeah, look, so let's jump straight in with everyone's favourite news that came out, the Smash Direct. It was on Thursday morning, quite early. Which is odd for these
Who
directs.
got up for it?
Yeah, I got up.
You got up?
I always get up.
I didn't. I woke up and forgot.
Yeah.
I think I was going to, but then I forgot about it.
Yeah, I had kind of said if I'm up, I'm up. I basically woke up at 7 o'clock, so just an hour after, and then I just ran through it because I had work. So I just skipped forward to all the announcements. It was a very short one, just because it is only Smash Bros. And there was only, 3 things they announced?
Yeah.
Excluding costumes, but...
I'll tell you why I get up for it, Ken.
Yeah.
It's because if I don't get up, I read it on Twitter anyway.
Yeah.
So I just get up.
You want to see
and
it
I just
for
see it
realsies.
first.
But it's so funny that day. Like I was going to a friend's house at 10 o'clock, and I didn't check Twitter to remind me or anything like that. And I get to his place. It's like, did you watch the direct? I'm like, I completely forgot it was on. And so the first thing we did, it was really good for me because I had that experience.
Yeah.
Where I just didn't know. Watched it. He said, Adam, you're not really going to enjoy the character that got revealed. And I'm like, well,
let's go straight into it. So first up, they announced Corrin, right? That was the first thing?
Yeah.
which is the 5th character.
Sixth.
Sorry.
So
6 Fire
many
Emblem.
Fire Emblem characters.
There's more Fire Emblem than there is core Mario characters.
And calls out.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Really?
so they said why they included Corrin, because even though we haven't seen Corrin in games yet, the game's coming out. It's out in Japan. It's not.
So it's for Fire Emblem Fates.
I'm
Yeah.
sure
Literally,
I'm sure it's a huge decision in the Japanese market, but nobody cares about it.
No, it's not.
But
it's a marketing push.
Do you think
100%
we
it's
could
a
care?
marketing
And this
push.
game could be pretty huge when it hits the Western.
Even if it's a
Well-
good game, I'm not going to play it. It's just not something I'm interested in. I wish they would stop forcing it down my Smash Bros. throat.
Okay.
Look, I must say, if you told me a week ago that they were going to put another Fire Emblem character, I'd be rolling my eyes.
Yeah.
But having watched Corrin play in that video, for me, he seems like an interesting character. One I'd be more willing to try out than opposed to, say, Lucina and Marth's similarities. Like, to me, Corrin seems like a unique character that has things.
I think
and mechanics
Corrin's.
that are different.
I think Corrin's going to be big in competitive play. It's got good range. Some really unique attacks that can do really good damage from distance with the tip of the sword, which is the same as Ike.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, Ike's
One
got
of
maximum
those
damage
guys.
at the tip of his sword.
Yeah.
So it's similar to that, but with better range. So,
Just like me.
so we've got. I think a versatile character like this is going to do well in competitive play. But I think the other 2 characters, which we'll talk about shortly, also have very unique styles.
Don't
You're
get
actually
me-
thinking of Marth there, Aaron, with the
tip?
Yeah, with the tip. So,
I'm pretty sure Corrin is just normal, sort of.
Yeah.
No, so they mentioned it was a tip.
Oh, maybe that. Either way, don't get me wrong. It's an interesting character, and it's new, and it's got a different gameplay. It's not just a clone.
So,
But just put in a new character from something else. I just think there's too much coverage of Fire Emblem now, and I'm biased because it's not a game that I follow.
sure.
But I don't follow Kid Icarus that closely, and that's got 3 characters now, and like 3 is that's probably still 2 more than they deserve.
Certainly.
But I'm not too fussed about that, especially one of them being a clone. But 6 Fire Emblem characters.
But you know how I view it? I view it from the lens of a year ago, the game as is was a great game and had a great variety of characters. So anything we get up to this point is really a bonus. It's really hard to have expectations with these DLC characters because ultimately, you look at any other fighting game on the market, there's not the clamoring for a DLC like there is with Smash Bros. There just really isn't.
Yeah, it's interesting, Adam, because like now that you look at the roster and you see the 6 characters there, they've kind of dug themselves into a hole a bit by including Lucina, like to begin with, because she's just
Lucina?
Either way.
Well, even Roy's an inclusion. Like that was a fan favorite.
I can deal with Roy being a returner.
Yeah, so
Like,
you've got similarities
that's got some history
throughout there, but Lucina or Lucina, whatever you want to say.
It's an exact clone.
Yeah,
Not
well, it's like
necessary.
the
opposite clone.
casual version of Marth, basically.
Yeah,
sure.
So it's like you don't need that character if you're including these other 5, probably.
Yeah. But then the question we ask ourselves is that resource, like you have to look at it from a resource and opportunity cost perspective, and you say, is Lucina not being in the game allowing Gino to be in the game?
No,
it's
not.
not. Is it allowing Ashley to be in the game from the WarioWare franchise? No, it's really not. So it's just this thing of like, I take it as it comes and realise that this is ultimately a marketing push. Super Smash Bros. Is a great platform to build popularity around the character. Like, we all didn't know who Marth was the first time he appeared in Smash Bros. But because of that franchise, it maybe has allowed some hardcore Smash people to delve into the Fire Emblem franchise.
I think
that's
Karen
what
will
they
be a
want to
fan
do.
favourite, and I think, especially because of playstyle, she'll have a lot of playing competitive play, and that will give a great marketing opportunity for this new game.
And at the end of the day, we don't have to play it.
No.
So who is buying it?
I will buy
I'll
it
buy
just
it.
because I'm going to have everything on it.
Yeah, that's the same
I
as
want
me.
a customization. Except for me costumes, because they don't count. And
Certainly.
they're horrible.
Basically buying all stages and characters.
Yeah.
So
What was interesting with the Direct, just before you go on,
Yeah.
Adam, like it wasn't just a, hey, here's the character. It was
Sure.
actually, they broke it down and showed
Very
you how
in-depth,
the characters...
wasn't it?
Yeah, it
They're
was
doing
very,
that lately.
very, showing like, here's its final smash, here's its side attack, like, here's its up area,
Oh,
here's its
can we-
back
stuff.
area.
Can we have a quick note about who was showing the Direct?
It was Sakurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, the creator.
Well, yeah, which I think is cool. Like, they didn't
Yeah.
get one of the Nintendo heads to do it. They got the
Well,
guy...
yeah, I think, like...
Sakurai's been very front-facing in the
He's-
past with a lot of these Smash Directs, so
Yeah.
like he's been talking a lot about
If
the
it wasn't
game.
him, it would have been Iwata, but obviously, like,
Well,
so that's
Well, it
why.
can't be Iwata.
Yeah. So I think the new president's not the type of person who will be doing directs. I don't think he'll be in the spotlight like he was.
That's exactly what I
Which
want
is
to touch
good,
on,
which
yeah.
is-
No, I think he will. I think he'll be the one that shows NX off.
Oh, I'm sure
But
he'll be there
I
for
think
announcements,
that's-
but he's not going to be doing directs. I don't think he'll be doing any directs.
I think...
Well, that's
My-
the question.
I-
Do we think there's a Direct before E3 next year?
Probably.
Probably.
I think an April one.
Like a couple. But
Yeah, where's my Zelda at?
no, one for Star Fox and one for Zelda. That's about it.
Oh.
And,
So Zelda's become the barrel of laughs.
Just on Corrin.
It's Doom 3 again, or whatever it was.
No, just on Corrin, I just wanted to say, so Corrin's not coming with a specialised stage as opposed to Cloud, who we'll talk about later in the
Sure,
show.
we'll get to that, yeah.
Yeah. So, but we're talking about Corrin at this point. So, what do we think about the fact that Corrin's not coming with a stage? To me, it lends itself more to this theory that it is marketing.
as long as
a
it's
marketing
cheaper,
push.
and it should not be the same price as a character who
Sure.
gets a level.
Well, the bundle
Which I
that
guess is
we've
the
got
bundles
pricing
anyway,
for you,
yeah.
Cam,
Oh, there we go.
and the pricing is it's $650
Is this Australian or is that US?
Australian.
Okay.
$650
I
Australian
can deal with that.
for one
Yep.
version,
Yep.
and for both it's $780.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Good deal. I only buy on Wii U now. I haven't
Yeah.
bought a single extra character
Wow.
on 3DS.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it.
I actually didn't use my free code for Mewtwo in time on my 3DS
Oh,
one, so I'll have
I don't
to
think
buy
I
it
did.
until
either.
I
yeah.
didn't do that either.
No.
Yeah.
no.
Oh, well.
But I'll just buy everyone as a default.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
what annoyed me when I went to go do the Wii thing. It was very weird for having early access to something or having like a prepaid access to Mewtwo. It blocks you from getting the bundle because it says you already
Yeah,
have this
'cause you have
character.
the
So you have to
bundle.
pay more to get the other two characters. So you're still saving money by not buying 3 individual characters.
Sure.
But yeah, I thought that was a weird sort of way to do it. It should still get the discount on it. But,
Yeah. Either way, it's just $10 here and there, and it's like this thing of like, why not?
And I mean, they won't announce the characters, but they did say this is it. This is the end of DLC.
They did say that. So
that's
the next
interesting. We
character
have a
we'll talk
complete
about
game.
Yeah, we have a complete game.
is the
yeah.
complete game. Also, we've got a release date. It's coming in February.
February.
Which is
With the
which
final character
just
we'll talk about
happens,
today.
yes, with the final character, and it just happens to coincide with when Fire Emblem Fates is out.
Oh,
so
what a
again,
coincidence.
There you go. Yeah.
so
Pretty obvious.
pretty obvious a marketing push.
So the next character they released, they spoke about, was Cloud.
Yes.
Cool. And
My
the next
man
one's-
Cloud.
So they did this thing where it's like, which we thought they would do, where it's like, let's talk about Cloud. You can get him now.
So
Yeah.
they spoke about Cloud previously. They'd
announced them already.
Yeah, but this time, like the other characters, they went in depth with his moves. They spoke about the level they're releasing with him a lot more.
His limit break thing.
Limit break thing,
so
yeah.
similar
Cool
to
mechanic.
so limit break similar to Little Mac's knockout punch.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it builds up as I think it's when you use a specific move, is it?
Yeah, sure. So, like cross slash and
Also, you have to. I think you can charge the limit break. I've actually
down
played
B.
with Cloud, so you
Down B.
down B,
It's a taunt,
you
yeah.
charge with Cloud, then you use the
I
attack.
haven't played him yet. I've got him, I just haven't played him yet.
Yeah.
So I have to give that
Really
a go.
good character. Have you guys played with him yet?
Yeah, I have.
Really good.
For me,
Powerful.
I think he's definitely going to shake up the competitive scene.
I think all three of the characters we're going to talk about today will.
It's interesting you should say that. I don't know, but I think if we're talking the best DLC character to really shake up the scene, I think it's Cloud. Yeah, I really do.
Okay.
Roy's
I
still-
disagree with that, but
There's
okay.
still, there's
we'll
still
get into
Roy,
it.
and he's
But he's not up there in the tier system, if you will.
So
Ganondorf.
his limit break system and his moves, I was a big fan. I think we all were.
Yeah.
Well, I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so I'm a little bit out of the loop with him. Like I know he has like a Buster Blade, and that's where my knowledge of him stops.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
mean,
much
like
that's
I said,
that's
I always
a
get
lot
him
of Cloud's
confused
character
with-
right there.
I get him confused with Sephiroth, or whatever his
Yeah.
name is. I thought they were the other person. That, like every time
Yeah.
I look at it, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Cloud. When it,
Well, like I've
That's
always
actually-
said, my association, previously said it on the podcast, is with the Kingdom Hearts franchise
Yeah.
and Cloud, and I've loved Cloud in that franchise, and I think I haven't purchased him yet for my own console. I've just been playing on my friend's console, but no, I will be purchasing him. I don't know if I'll main him just because I'm so confident with Yoshi or Zero Suit Samus,
I'm going to try main Cloud.
but yeah,
Just 'cause I
he's
like him that
definitely. He's definitely one in the conversation. Like, he's definitely one that I would use pretty regularly. But I'll wait to see till the hype jams
I'll
down.
have to give him a try then.
The
Yeah.
big part is too,
Very
like,
strong.
for me, Final Fantasy is a religion. It's like my all-time favorite game. It always will be. And the fact that Cloud's in this,
Specifically 7?
yeah,
Okay.
I think, well, it's Zelda for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved it. Always will love it. I'm keen for the remake. Cloud's just an awesome character in general. And in this game, I have high hopes for him, and I'm going to make sure I get good at him.
What was the level that was released?
Midgar.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I played it once, but again, I have no knowledge of the series.
That's
so
the
I
main city
can't
you
really-
started in the game.
Okay.
Sure.
But you eventually move out of it, obviously.
Yeah.
So Midgar, it's so funny. I think it's one of the best levels of the game, hands down.
What do you think of the materia and the summons? And
I think that's great. So for those at home, Midgar is, imagine Super Smash Bros. Battlefield.
Yeah,
like it's
it's
got your three
Battlefield,
platforms, and it's got this mechanic of, a jewel will appear, and if you grab that jewel, then you are in control of the next
in Final
stage.
Fantasy VII, these are called materia, and they control your magic.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Like
it's
Magic
almost
Games.
like Pokemon Stadium have the transformations, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's but you control the transformation of the stage.
yeah.
So
Or
how do
you,
you- how
no,
do you
I don't know
control
if you
it,
control it as much. No, maybe not control. I'd say you're immune to
the
it.
hazards.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
so-
immune to the
I
hazard.
getcha.
Yeah, basically you're immune to the hazard. And
I must have played it on Omega mode or something because I don't remember that happening at all.
sure. Well, like
In Final Fantasy VII, you get these gems, and they allow you to summon. I guess, well, they're called summons in the game.
Yeah.
Like gods or demons. Or
yeah,
whatever you
and
wanna
these
call
gods
them.
and demons actually do appear in the level as well, Aaron.
Yeah.
So these gods and demons do really, again, mess with the stage a bit. It depends how you feel
I think it's
about
great,
those
'cause
kinds of stages, though.
In all
If-
the Final Fantasies, these summons were huge parts of the lore. And I think that they're just included and all get appearances in Smash Bros. Is
I know.
huge.
Massive, isn't it? How
Yeah.
do you do this?
I think it's great. I'm ecstatic about the level
I'm still.
itself.
It's just. How do they get this? How do they actually line this up? Like, where did it come from? It's so out of the blue. Like,
Sakurai Magic.
Nintendo have a great history, and again, it's the marketing thing. We talked about it
Yeah.
previously when they revealed it with Final Fantasy Explorers game for 3DS.
Yeah.
It's all about how can we leverage our IP and market it so that these strong sales can lead to strong sales in other games. And I'd be really interested to know how the DLC has been traveling, like how many people have actually bought
me too.
into it, because it seems like the reason why they kept making it a year ago is that it's kept selling, right?
yeah.
Like
Well, everyone I know who owns Smash Bros has downloaded every character as well.
yeah. So I think that
Really? Yeah.
tells you as well. I think it's this idea of like we want the complete game. We don't want to have to pick and choose characters.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I'd hate it if I went over your house and you didn't get the Ganondorf pack and I couldn't play Ganondorf. I'd
Yeah.
be like, well, I'll see you guys later.
Unfortunately, Ganondorf's the main part of the game.
No, I was
for
just
you
a-
as well.
a-
But
a
yeah,
awesome
exactly. You're right. It's that thing of like when it's a multiplayer game, you want to have friends over. You want to have all the choices available.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think
The final character, the
final
ballot
character.
winner.
The ballot.
winner.
Okay, the ballot winner with an
Ballot
asterisk.
winner.
When
Yeah,
we talk about
that's
this
it.
asterisk,
Adam, you brought up a very
before
good
we
point.
delve into it. So for those who don't know, the character is Bayonetta.
Bayonetta.
From the Bayonetta franchise on Wii U.
The
Both-
slutty witch, basically.
Let's not call her a
Yeah,
slutty
the
witch
slutty
because
witch.
she's
the
a woman.
scantily clad witch.
That's what she
The
does
female version
She's
of Dante
pretty
from
covered
Devil May
up.
Cry.
in this reveal.
In this version, she is
Yeah.
quite covered
She's
up.
very covered
Well,
up.
that's why this was never something I would have imagined, because in the game, she's just historically is naked. She's
Yeah,
just
it's
in
an
hair.
MA. It's an MA game.
Yeah.
It's very adult themes.
I could play Bayonetta more.
It's tough to. I have it. I still haven't played it. It's on my pile of shame. So Bayonetta
traded
is the
it in.
final fighter. She was announced. So the background. Let's talk about this voting because they said she was the number one pick in Europe,
Yeah.
and she was in the top 5 in the US of attainable characters.
Yeah, realizable character.
Something that they,
Realisable
they can
characters.
get IPs.
Which
etc.
I am interested to see.
I would
So-
love.
so
I
Adam-
want them to put up their actual results. So
We'll-
bad.
oh,
I don't think they are ever
We will
going to do
never
that.
they
see
won't.
that.
They won't bow with them.
But you can bet that asterisk is filtering out the Gokus, the Shreks,
yeah,
the
Shreks?
Waluigis.
yeah, just all
No,
the memes.
Goku.
Yeah.
See, I firmly have this belief that Goku tops the bowl.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And there was no way they could get Goku. Which,
Yeah, the Ridleys and just the characters that they couldn't get the license for.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie or something, probably, you know?
Yeah,
but I
Rayman.
also believe that a lot of these costumes, which I just want to mention,
that they'll cover a lot of characters that we want. I will imagine that the next set of costumes will cover a lot of the high-ranking voting.
I feel these definitely ranked high on the poll. So let me just rattle them off. So we've got Tails and Knuckles from the Sonic franchise,
which
Yeah,
I called
we
ages
knew
ago.
was
Have you
gonna-
guys seen how well people have responded to Knuckles?
Really?
The internet is going crazy about this
Knuckles
Knuckles
loves
costume
it.
because everyone's wanted Knuckles' character for a long time, and everyone's like using
But it's
Knuckles'
not
knees
Knuckles.
now. No, but that's what I mean. Everyone loves this costume because it's the closest thing they'll get.
No,
That's
it's not the
classic
closest
Sonic
thing
fan-
they'll
classic
get.
Sonic-
It's just
Sonic
classic
fans, isn't it?
Sega
Yeah.
fans just
Yeah.
jumping crazy. But like, so the rest we got Ashley from the WarioWare franchise, which if I said anyone from the WarioWare franchise, which is one of my favorite franchises, I would have picked Ashley.
Yep.
Ashley's
It's
song
just the best
is,
fit, I think. As
yeah,
well,
is the
along
best
with
fit as
Wario.
well. She's a witch. She's pretty gothic. There's also we've got Gino from the Super Nintendo Classic Super Mario RPG, which is one that's always been tossed around.
Mm-hmm.
It was someone that I think voted for on the ballot, which I really would have loved to have seen have his own moveset because I think he's interesting enough. Having never played Super Mario RPG, but just knowing enough about it, I think it would have been a great addition. And it's also another Mario character, which, you know, I
yeah.
mean, if I wasn't going to get my pick of Waluigi, which was very likely, very unlikely that it was going to happen,
You would get Gino.
I would rather Gino. And then there was also the inclusion of some Final Fantasy characters as well. So, I mean,
Developing DLC for this game.
Yeah.
Even though it's fantastic. It's one of the best games on the console.
yeah. I mean, my question to
When
you
do you
guys...
move on?
Yeah, exactly. And so I think it's a good time to move on. But let's talk about the future of the franchise, right? What happens with NX next year? And they've had this ecosystem. They have people that will still want to play this game. Like, I'll still want to play this game in 2 years.
Yeah.
What is the future of Smash Bros? Is it we're not going to see another game for 5 or 6 years, or
Yeah.
are we going to see like an updated or is it going to go more in the direction that I think it's going, in that Super Smash Bros is a platform and it's going to constantly have updates to it, and so they might have a half step where they release a Super Smash Bros for Wii U, for NX Complete Edition, where it's got all the DLC characters.
I
it's
don't think that
compatible with
will
NX.
happen.
You don't
I think if
that's gonna
anything,
happen?
I think if anything, you're gonna have to keep your Wii U, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to play it.
Yeah,
Seems like a Nintendo thing to do, Aaron,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Really?
But like what Adam's saying is such a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think just realistically, they're not gonna put the time and effort into bringing it across.
I would like to say this
until
also.
they
This,
start
this
working
isn't
on
a
it.
play. This isn't just a Nintendo thing. Like PlayStation, and Xbox know this as well. Like you have a game on a console, that's what's released on. You get a new console, you're stuck.
But
And
they
never keep
port
your old
them
console.
over. No, but they port everything up. Like, Microsoft's been very focused about porting over Halo.
Only
and Gears of
recently.
War.
Only recently.
But PS4 is about porting over the Uncharted collection. Like, these marquee titles, and especially for Wii U that's had such a short shelf life, I do really honestly believe that unless it's backwards compatible, which we don't know what's going to happen with that, there has to be a way that Smash Bros. And Mario Kart and Splatoon as like pretty much their holy trinity of
Triforce of Power.
titles, if you will, of great multiplayer titles. How is that going to transfer over to NX?
I just don't think it is. Like, PlayStation
I guess it's
and
no
Xbox have a history of it, but
Yeah.
Nintendo, look how long it took to get Nintendo 64 games on Wii.
We're still waiting for
But they're not
things-
making the same mistake this time. Like, this is NX. They need...
Yeah.
There has to be. I think they've got it in their minds that this is going to be a big launch, right?
Don't get me wrong,
And they've
I
probably
want
got
them
4
to.
titles in the can for
Yeah.
NX. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
But I think there's got to be some way to leverage their existing Wii U library. They're not going to say, we put all this effort into DLC for Smash Bros. And it's just going to be it's
Stranded.
either going to have to be... They're not going to shutter it entirely.
I
don't.
certainly hope they do it, but I personally don't think they will, but I hope they prove me wrong.
Hopefully we get, a port of Pokemon Coliseum or Pokemon Snap first.
Oh, just a Pokemon.
No, I would
Snap
just rather a
form.
new Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
That's what I've always
I've
said.
been saying this since like the first episode.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm ready.
We'll get it right
But the
eventually.
prediction, the prediction will come true eventually.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that all? Did you guys have anything else you wanted to add?
I
on
just
the
wanted to
Smash
say
Bros.
I
Direct?
really, obviously I'm disappointed that Shovel Knight isn't in the game for
Sure.
Smash.
Yeah.
But Bayonetta is a fantastic character, and I'm glad to see she's represented in this game.
Yeah.
What do you guys actually think of her moves and stuff like that?
She's completely broken.
Yeah.
She's so overpowered.
Yeah, but we say that. We just
Unbelievably
don't know in
overpowered.
practice.
Adam.
I think.
Adam.
No, I'm agreeing with Adam. It's a very. I think one of the things that Smash has going for it is that it's very balanced.
It is,
and
yeah.
if there is something found out that is unfair, that's patched pretty quickly.
This is why I
Bowser
think
got fixed,
Yeah.
very soon after release.
I
This
mean,
is
I
why-
do. Yeah, so go
Sorry,
ahead.
this is why I think that all 3 characters will straight away have a very unique edge in the competitive scene. I think all 3 will be played quite regularly because they've all been made quite strong.
Yeah.
I see Bayonetta as like a sheet counter almost. So
Yeah.
we'll see how she goes and how she gets played. I really
Certainly.
hopefully she's popular.
I do feel like I think all of us seem a bit disappointed and dismayed that this is the last direct that's to do with this game.
Yeah.
But I do.
It wasn't a terrible direct.
It
but
wasn't
wasn't
terrible.
it wasn't good
what we
enough to
wanted.
get.
It wasn't very
anyone-
meaty.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but again, I don't think it was
that's what
ever
it
going to be
is.
what we wanted. I think I knew going into the Smash Ballot, I was like, they're going to pick and choose. They're going to pick something
Yeah.
that ultimately is easy to do and is
Yeah.
going to work out for them. So I knew the ones, my personal favourites were long shots.
Yeah.
I just wish there was
Waluigi.
some way that, well, but Gino, like Gino, you can do it as a costume. Just got one better because you've got the franchise. You
Have
own
we-
it, the character.
Have we got a Waluigi costume?
No,
You can play as
that
Luigi
needs
in
to happen.
purple outfit.
yeah, that's as close as I'm
Which
getting.
is the one I use when I do play Luigi, which is never.
No, there'll just be a Waluigi launch title for NX. I'm
Oh,
calling
I want it so bad.
We're getting it.
I really, it's not going to happen,
It's
but
not
I
gonna
want it to.
it. All right, so look,
Waluigi.
let's so yeah, overall I think Smash Direct, I mean, good news if you like Fire Emblem Cloud or Bayonetta.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
know?
moving on from the Nintendo Classics, we also had an update from everyone's favorite game this year. Well,
Family
one of
game.
everyone's favorite.
One of
games.
everyone's favorite
Multiplayer
games.
game. Everyone's favorite multiplayer game.
I think it's
well,
growing.
What are you guys talking about?
Super Mario Maker.
Super Mario Maker, yes.
There's a new update.
I just have those days where I get the theme stuck in my head, the
Yeah.
opening theme. Yeah, so there's a Super Mario Maker update, which was today.
Yes, I haven't got it yet.
Yes,
But
it
we'll
adds
soon.
new items. 3.
The
new
donut?
items.
The
Yes,
donut?
What is it? The
The
donut.
fire
The
Bowser?
bouncy donut, the fire pyro car,
Yeah.
and the P-switch doors.
That's right, I forgot to test this
Oh.
out.
So 3 new elements, and I'm really interested.
What's this donut? What is
Okay,
that
so
from?
a donut
Oh, okay.
is something you bounce on.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a music block, but a little bit more easy to navigate through
Yeah.
because it's more of a...
Think
sure.
the
Platform.
bumper in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Near the item.
Yeah, yeah.
You bounce off it. That's that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And the car, the flame car, what's that?
So it's like a pyro car that Bowser Jr. owns, but
Yeah.
you can shoot fire out of it. So it's a
Okay.
power. It's a souped up version
what
of
game
the
is that from?
clown car.
Nope. It's just
It's
additional content.
it's a new armor.
Interesting. Okay, that's it's interesting.
And the P-switch doors, I'm not too sure. I do think they've been used in the past, but they're doors that will only open or exist rather, not open but exist
if
a P-switch is active.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
again,
The interesting thing about those P switch doors is there is an outline when
Yes.
it's not active. There is an
Yeah.
outline of the door.
and I
Okay.
think that's to make it fair because if
absolutely.
it was like a hidden
Would
P-switch
be a little
door,
unfair.
there would just be no way of like, how do I get
Yeah, you'd have
this
no
level?
idea.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm meant to. Yeah, so it makes sense. There is an outline.
They've used similar stuff in the new Mario games.
Yeah, the new Mario series.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Interesting.
Definitely in the new Super Mario series.
Well, speaking of Super Mario Maker, you can all go and watch the other video that we've just put up recently as well.
Oh, that was an awesome video.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Adam and Aaron and Chris, we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
You guys made your hard mode level.
Yeah.
You gave me and Aaron the challenge of
The
passing
Trials of
it.
Mario.
Trials
Yes.
of Mario. We'll put the link up. You can go follow it there, watch
Yeah.
the video, and then play the level yourself. You gave me and Aaron the challenge of passing it. You gave us half an hour. We ended up doing it in like 20-something minutes.
Yeah,
So it
21
ended
minutes.
21, 22 minutes.
up- yeah, it ended up being pretty good. We shouldn't have spoiled the ending there. That's so they have to.
Oh yeah.
Did we pass it at
Yeah.
21 minutes? Who knows? But no, it would have been cool to see. I think you guys would have done well putting in some of those P-switches. I
yeah.
think that would
Yeah.
actually put a lot more.
I think we have to redo
challenge.
it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
part
I know,
two.
I
Well,
think
me
please.
and Aaron make our revenge mode. For
This
it.
is part one of the challenge, guys. So like,
It's trials of Mario.
once you guys make a level, we're going to come back to the drawing
I've already
board.
started constructing Trials
and
of Mario.
incorporating.
I've got notes. I got some
Yeah.
grid paper that I'm.
Yeah, this is the first in a long set. But yeah, so also another thing that was added today is you can now go on to the web, the World Wide Web.
www.supermariomakerbookmark.nintendo.net.
Try saying
Yeah,
that
yeah,
5
yeah.
times.
Do it.
Look, so I got to try out this web portal today. I had a look at it.
Is this the thing they were talking about earlier, or is this something new?
No, this is what they were talking
Okay,
about.
So-
this
so
is
what-
the
what do we
web
get
search
from it?
thing.
We get so much. So the ability to search levels based on tags that you can either attribute or other people have attributed to your level. You can
Difficulty.
look at people that have played your level, click on them, and then see their levels. And what also it's done with my levels, it's termed them into either easy, normal, expert, or super expert,
Wow.
based on the clear percentage.
Wow.
So if you have a lot of levels, you can see the range.
That's
you can
awesome.
see.
So if no one's played your level yet, where does it sit?
It's unranked, I guess.
Well, I guess it would be unranked, but I think most times if you have a level, it gets into the rotation and someone will have played it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a level that has 0 players on it.
So what happens is you log into with your Nintendo Network ID.
Which is I think a first.
Yeah.
Really.
So on your mobile or on your PC or whatever
Yeah.
you want to do, then you find a level and you can click bookmark, and then it bookmarks
Okay.
in the game. Right? So that's how they're doing it. That's why it's called bookmark, right?
And you can also tweet out the levels as well, which is
It's a good way to promote your levels through social
Yeah,
media.
it's a
and
better
blah,
way
blah,
to
blah.
promote compared to what
Definitely.
we've had to do in the past, where people have taken photos of their ID,
Yeah.
or just written their
Screenshots.
ID out.
Yeah.
It's presented visually really nice in the tweet. I was really happy with a lot of what they've done. Chris, obviously, the only gripe that you had is with the long website name.
Oh, yeah,
but
the
again,
URLs,
I
yeah.
found out when it went live, it just came up in my timeline. I clicked it.
Yeah.
You want
I
to
was on
bookmark
it.
this one. Hey, no pun
You
intended.
will have to bookmark it. Yeah.
The coolest thing though, Adam, is that now once you pass a level, you find out what your time is
Yes.
and the world record for that level's time as well.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah. Though I had a bit of an issue where with some of the levels I couldn't see anyone's world record clear time.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
maybe it's something that will only update as of today, I guess.
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
update
Maybe it
comes
needs
out.
a certain amount of plays.
Yeah, maybe that too. But I was looking at levels from other makers that had a lot of plays, and
Yeah.
I just couldn't see the time. Maybe it's a...
Okay.
But I'll be interested to see what that happens with that. And also, the best part is you can bookmark levels. You can bookmark all levels from a maker if you want. And what will happen is when you open up Super Mario Maker on your Wii U, it will have a tab called Bookmarked,
Yeah.
and it'll have all the levels there, and you can play them straight from there. So what I've basically done is just gone through all the makers that I like, picked levels I like, based on like a normal classification, not even like super expert, and have now just been like, I'm gonna play the hell out of these levels. So Yeah, I think it's a really good update.
I think it's really streamlining the user experience.
Yeah.
with Super Mario
So do you
Maker.
need to register from your game for that, or it's all through your Nintendo
It's
account?
just all through your Nintendo
Nintendo
Network
account is
ID.
good like that. It records
And it
what
just
games you're
syncs
playing. And
through.
blah,
Yeah.
blah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And what I didn't realise is you can even see Miiverse comments about the level on the web browser.
I
I
don't
think
know
you've been
if I
able
wanna
to
see
do that
those.
for a while.
Yeah.
They've had that Miiverse functionality. I've never seen that actually used because I've never been motivated to. But
Interesting.
Mario Maker is obviously the best.
I need to get back into it. Like, playing a level, like, I was like, oh wow, I forgot this game's
got the
actually
itch.
good.
Yeah.
But man, I just do not have time.
I've had the itch where I've just been watching videos. Like in the past week, I watched a lot of the videos of people-
redcoin.net.au.
Yeah, well, obviously, I've watched our video a few times, but I also watched a few just crazy ideas. And now that the P block's out, I can't wait to see what some of the more creative makers do. But yeah,
I'd
that's
like to see where my levels are at. Like the first one I made, the super hard one, I wonder if that would be in Super Expert, because that's on 0.17% pass.
I think it would be.
yeah.
So that'd be interesting
Yeah,
to see.
yeah, it's definitely based on percentage pass threshold.
Yeah.
So I think like 5% is expert, super expert is a little
Yeah.
bit below. I think below 5%.
I'd be interested to see. We'll have to go.
We'll have to
further
fire it
after
up.
this. Yeah.
Boot it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
What else have we got, Adam?
Well,
Is there anything else in news, really?
yeah, there's still plenty of news.
Got some news.
Yeah, we've got some news. I just want to rattle off quickly. So,
Can I just say one thing? I don't know if you have this on that before
Sure,
we get into it.
sure,
It's something
go ahead.
that I personally, I know you, we've sort of discussed it outside of things. Something that I like as a fan of it, but Minecraft coming to Wii U.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
No, that's a big one. We do need.
We
I-
actually spoke about this in the last episode. You
Yeah,
weren't
that's
here.
that's why I remember you guys talking about it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to chime in on that, seeing how that I had horrible food poisoning and I couldn't
Yeah.
make that episode.
Yeah, there's. What do you think about that being a Minecraft player? Like, obviously, you don't have access to your old servers and stuff like that.
Look,
but...
Minecraft is one of those games where you start new games constantly anyway.
Sure.
If you go from PlayStation to PC, you're not going to have your same games anyway.
Sure.
If you get a new PC, you're going to lose all your games unless you transfer across. I've had 2 PCs since the one, or 2 computers rather, since the one I have now. So I have a blank slate on it again, and that's after having one that I put not hundreds, but 60, 70 hours into playing, like lots of time over a long period of time.
So you'll definitely be getting it. You'll be playing it.
I don't know, because I already do have it on PC. If this came out earlier, I probably would have got it for that.
Yeah, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
With all the other Minecrafts, yeah.
Yeah, no, look, it depends on the price. If it's going to be like $20-ish, which is what it is on most things anyway. So I don't think I personally need it, but I think for how popular it is, and I don't think anyone should ever underestimate the popularity of Minecraft, because it is a beast.
Yes.
Kids play it non-stop, as you mentioned, on their iPads and stuff.
100%.
And this is just a better accessible thing. It gives them the ability to play on the gamepad and play more like the PC. Because honestly, the PC is probably the best version of it that I play, because you can point and click with
Yeah,
stuff.
but kids don't play PC.
Exactly. So now they can have this combination, this hybrid of tablet and PC and console in Wii U, and I think it'll be really good. As long as, one of you brought this up on the episode, you have inventory on your gamepad.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's been revealed that that's not the case.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Quite a letdown.
Man, Minecraft sucks.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's not a must buy.
In fact, the creator tweeted out saying, like, no, that's not included, but wouldn't that be cool? I was like, well, so you guys didn't think of that?
Yeah.
I think
Thanks
the
for
issue was
telling
there
us
was no,
after the fact.
there was no resource.
Because-
But also Mojang being like having a partnership with
Is it
Microsoft. They're
Mojang
not.
or Mojang?
It's Mojang.
Oh, it
I'm
is?
fairly sure it's
Okay,
Mojang.
I've
I'm
always
probably
said,
going to say Mojang.
I've always said Mojang.
Yeah.
Well, I think
But-
they're European, so it's a J.
It's
that's-
actually the M
sounds
is silent
odd.
as well. It's actually Uyo.
But yeah, Mojang, they're owned by Microsoft, or they have, ties to Microsoft.
Yeah.
They're not
They were
motivated.
They were more bought out.
They're more about churning out a version for a console.
Yeah.
It's not about
They're porting,
having
like,
it
easy
being
port, yeah.
a
Yeah.
definitive version. They don't want it to be the definitive version.
Yes.
They want whatever Microsoft's working on with HoloLens and Minecraft to be the definitive version.
The shiz.
The shit.
It's going to
if you
get
will.
some sales either way. Minecraft is
Still.
crazy, and it doesn't matter what you release it on. You can
Especially
release,
with younger kids. It's
yeah.
huge. Yeah.
You can release it on Samsung fridges, and it would be popular. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you release it on.
Well, you never know.
I'm waiting for the Samsung fridge version.
What else we got, Adam?
We've got some NX news.
Oh, the patent.
Yes. So this is some
Is it
big
patent or
stuff.
patent?
Patent.
Joking.
I think the
Potato,
Europeans say
potato.
They say Uyo.
But look, Nintendo has. There's a patent that's come out and an image followed with that patent, because when you file a patent, you have to have an image of what you want to patent.
Yep.
And so they had a touchscreen gamepad, presumably
Where are we seeing that?
touchscreen gamepad. That's
But this is
This
the
is more of a
actual
controller.
No, instead of being like the Wii U gamepad where it's a thing in the middle and a controller on the outside, the whole thing is a touchpad.
Okay.
And the buttons come out from the actual screen.
Okay.
So it's a tablet.
Essentially, but it has physical buttons as well as touchscreen buttons.
Okay.
yes.
Right.
It
The
looks
design,
really
it
interesting.
looked like a surfboard.
Yes.
Which, again, I really speculate. I don't want to speculate too much on this because I think a lot of patents get filed by companies and a lot of designs get put out, and companies want to keep things close to their chest. So I think they put out designs that aren't indicative
True
of the
to-
final product so that they have something that protects their IP when they
Some
actually
James Bond shit
admit
going
it.
on, basically.
Yeah.
No,
So
Adam's right, though.
Yeah.
don't think the final gamepad is going to look anything like this. But I'm interested to get your thoughts. What do you think? What kind of functionality could we see from something like this?
I'm seeing axis control like PlayStation.
Oh, God.
A little more refined.
6-axis.
Seven
We know
axis.
how that was received.
No, I just think there'll be some more control, like to because look, this is gonna have to fade out the Wii controller. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they need to put that sort of gyro technology inside of it because I believe that you'll need it for certain games. I think it's unavoidable that they'll continue to use the motion control. Not as much as you can see with the Wii U, they've stepped right away from it, and it's mostly regular the Pro controller or gamepad use. So I think they'll incorporate that in a bit more.
But Cam, my hope is that, and I think we're all in agreement on this, is that they don't take away buttons entirely.
No, definitely don't.
Like
Want
that would be
Yeah,
a massive misstep.
Nintendo has the best D-pad ever. They need to keep that.
Yeah, they do. They need analog sticks. They need D-pads.
Yeah.
They need an A button. They need a B button.
See how
Yeah,
that
you need
works.
traditional. You need hardware input, definitely. Like you can't develop for like the
And this is
console
what
that
they
you're
want.
doing
They
now.
want a mass market console.
Yeah, and
right?
you can't develop big games like Legend of Zelda for a touchscreen.
No, you can't.
Can you imagine?
No one's going to be playing Call of Duty with basically on their iPhone.
No.
Can you imagine getting new
Not
controllers
now, no.
via DLC?
Yeah,
Oh.
download.
Like download our new controller.
That
You
just
print
makes me so-
it out on paper and then like it just
Oh.
connects with like
Or every game having a different button
layout.
configuration
Yeah.
or layout. Yeah, I mean it's tough to say. It's another patent, and you know I think it's
Just
filed.
one of the a long list of patents that they've filed.
Yeah,
There's been
exactly,
more in
as
the
well.
past, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just-
So there's a few different versions on it as well. They've
Yeah.
got a lot of different diagrams. Some have long handles. Some of them
Some
show
have
that-
iguanas.
So
Yeah.
if you look at the pattern, it's like you said, a surfboard shape, but
Yeah.
it's actually showing the hands holding it. So there are traditional,
Handles.
pro controller handles on it as well.
Yeah, and buttons.
And buttons. Yeah.
And I think what actually really interests me was the game that seems to be featured on the gamepad looks quite interesting. Like it might, like I know it doesn't mean anything.
It's not going to be a game.
But if it was a new IP of something or other that they're working towards,
I've
that would be
seen
really
one-
interesting.
I've seen one with Mario Kart on it as well. I don't know if that was just a fan made one. but
Yeah, that
using
was a
it,
fan-made
but-
one, like stretched
Look-
image,
Looked
yeah.
good. Still
Yeah.
looked good.
So yeah, it looks quite interesting. Again, we don't want to talk too much about this nebulous idea of what NX will be, but it's just interesting to note.
It's so fun being a Nintendo fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
know
every
what's
little
gonna-
piece of
Just
information.
enough to keep you hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't know what's gonna be, but exciting and scary at the same time.
It's funny you should say that, Chris, because we don't have these conversations about Sony or PlayStation consoles.
No,
it's
because
always
everyone
about
knows. It's always
power, and it's about
It's up front.
other
They're up
stuff,
front with
like what's the OS going to be, you know, or what are the hidden features. It's not really about what the controller is, because we know when Sony went that one way with 6-axis, everyone threw the book at them.
Was
so,
a boomerang controller.
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Never
Remember
forget
that?
the batarang. Yeah. So
Horrible.
Ugh.
Banana.
So yeah, look, that's that piece of news. We've got just one more thing I want to talk about. I think is
I got a little bit
go
of one
through
chat
it.
about after, yeah.
Yeah, well, how about we'll go on because you had something you wanted to chat about while Adam does his research on his iPad. You can tell us.
I just want to have a chat about the new Pokemon VGC rules for VGC 2016.
yes.
And,
Yes.
yeah.
What do you want to talk about? Aaron?
well,
Lots of-
So firstly, explain to the folks at home what what's changed?
What was it before,
year
and
on
now
year.
what is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
so before it was Legendary is pretty much banned.
Yeah.
Bar,
It was a doubles format as well.
yeah, it was doubles format.
So
Bar
you
things
pick
like
4
you
Pokemon
can
out
still
of
use
6.
like your legendary
The
birds,
genies, the birds, the trios, basically.
Yeah, you can still use trios, but things like Mewtwo.
No
and,
end game.
yeah,
Ubers.
no, nothing overly powerful. But what they've recently come up with this year, this has blown us all away because we never thought they'd do this. They pretty much said legendaries are all fair game. So, well, you can only have 2 on your team, can't you?
So yes.
Yes.
So how it works is you can only have 2 on your team, and firstly, you have 6 Pokemon, but you select 4 in every match.
Oh yeah.
As
So
well.
this
Let's
is
not
all
forget
normal
that.
VGC stuff.
So yeah. But then you pick, but 2 of those legendaries, of the 4, I assume, have to be, can be legendary, but
Yeah.
cannot. And by legendary, we mean the tier of those that were banned.
As per the normal in-game rules too, so you can only have 1 Mega on your team.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the introduction of these legendaries has also meant things. You can have a Mega as well as a Primal.
Yeah.
Because there are 2
Yeah.
Primal Pokemon in the game.
Which are Groudon and Kyogre.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
So theoretically, one could have a team of Groudon, Mewtwo, and that be their 2 legendaries,
A Mega.
and then have a Mega,
Yeah, and then have a 4th.
and then have a 4th. And then that's a team.
Mm.
So it really is going to shake up the metagame as well, because there are Mega legendaries as well that can be used. Like Mega Mewtwo can be used.
Mewtwo, yeah.
Which I think is going to see some play, both in the X form and the Y.
I've personally been using Mewtwo X, the physical attacking one.
Mm-hmm.
I really like him. I've been using my new team.
So are there any still banned Pokemon? Like
Yes.
Steedrift, Blaziken and all those? Are they...
So I don't know if Blaziken's still banned, but I haven't seen him, which means he's either banned or not a thing.
Yeah.
I've been playing the metagame a little bit online and things like that.
I don't think he's enough of a thing.
There are things that are still banned. Things like Cledo, the other deal.
Yeah.
The
other deer.
Yeah. Things like Mew, Jiriarchi.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
mythical Pokemon. So this is what they've termed as mythical Pokemon. So the following Pokemon are still not allowed: Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Deoxys, Phione, Manaphy, Darkrai, Shaman Arceus, Victini, Keldeo, Meloetta, Genesect, Diancie, and Hooper.
Okay.
So they're basically event Pokemon are not allowed.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
If you will, yeah.
Oh,
That
it's
is
just-
event Pokemon.
What do you think about this, Aaron? Because it's just like they've gone from like, okay, this is the way. I see
So
it.
the last VGC we all know was very physical in terms of you take an attack, you deal an
Yeah.
attack, you take an attack.
Yeah.
It was just blow for blow. There wasn't really much
It
strategy.
was speed,
involved.
all about speed.
Yeah, speed and
Speed and
power.
power.
It was a big thing of it.
Which I actually like. I'm not a big fan
Sure.
of status moves and knowing when to use
Yeah.
that kind of
I think a lot of people are just thinking that this whole jump into letting legendaries in is just making it completely broken.
Yeah.
But you know what my theory is on it? I think 100% you've had these big games come out. You've had Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire come out with Groudon and Kyogre on the cover. They want people to use the legendaries. They
Sure.
want people... Like, I think people using legendaries for what it is makes people feel way more powerful and feel like they're
Well,
enjoying
because
it
they
more.
literally are more powerful. They
Yeah,
have higher
I would like to say, like, obviously, like I said, I've been playing online. Nearly every team has Primal Groudon on it.
Yeah.
That's being a big thing.
Yeah.
A lot of teams have Xerneas as well. It's
Yeah.
become the new Sylveon. Just Geomancy. I forget what the move's called. Dazzling Gleam, I think.
Yeah.
Just wipes out everything.
Well, I think the fact, as long as everyone has legendaries, it's not going to be a complete wipe constantly. Like, if you
No.
come up against someone
Well-
who doesn't know that the rules have changed,
But you know
and
what the
hit 'em
issue
with
is now, Cam?
a
Is that
double
soft resetting for legendaries is way more trouble.
Yeah.
You can't breed legendaries. It's way more of a struggle, if you will, to get
Sure.
a perfect legendary
that's where the
Pokemon.
challenge is.
The other thing I want to say is, like, I find this with any game too. I don't like when people say games are broken, because if you find something that works, either use it yourself or come with a counter for it.
Yeah.
If it's so broken, why aren't you using it? I really, really take enjoyment out of finding like the top 3. So say, like right now, for example, Groudon and Xerneas are being used quite a lot.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of different Pokemon, a lot of different moves, a lot of different stats. I'm using Nidoking in my team. Because Nidoking, can take care of both Groudon and Xerneas, being poison ground.
Yeah.
I like coming up with different unique strategies myself to actually, come up with stuff like that. I don't think anything's too broken. You just got to really kind of
Yeah.
have a look around.
Yeah.
And that's what the game is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding weaknesses and working around them, finding strengths and finding their counters. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it is.
So I'll let you guys know. Like right now, my team consists of I think Mewtwo, Nidoking, Landorus T. A
Still like Eugenie.
Yeah, I used Tornadus in the last one, which is pretty rare. Not a lot of people using Tornadus.
Does Tornadus count as a legendary then?
No, so I just wanted to tell
So
you
you
guys.
could have Mewtwo, Groudon, and Landorus. Or Tornadus.
a Landorus or Tornadus.
And then a Mega.
And then
Yeah.
a Mega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the other genie.
Yeah. So teams may not have any more than 2 of the following: Mewtwo, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Kyogre, Groudon. Obviously, Rayquaza is one. Dialga and Palkia, Giratina and Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde.
So
And we're
just
seeing so many of all of
really
those.
quickly, like this is just something that I've noticed is it is available a Pokemon that you catch in game because all the lists from the band, all the Pokemon from the band list are all event Pokemon and they are all in-game Pokemon.
Yeah.
So basically, what it's saying is as long as you can legally obtain it, it's fine to have it. So that's good. I do like that. I think it's interesting that they changed it, but there's something that we were discussing a little while ago when we first heard about this, Chris. I came up with this idea of similar to Warhammer, is that every single Pokemon is given a level or like a fighting power,
Points value.
points value, and
you have
you
the
are
points
given
value.
500 points to make
Yeah.
a team. So you get Mewtwo. Mewtwo is 250 points. Okay.
Kind of like fantasy football.
Yeah, so you have
Yes.
you have 250 points. You buy Mewtwo, or you use Mewtwo. Your other 250 points, you could get Groudon. You're out of points. You only have 2 Pokemon, so you need to balance it. Do you have 1 Mewtwo and then 350 Pokemon, or do you have 1 Mewtwo, 100 Pokemon, and 250s, or like what? Like how do you go around it?
Yeah.
And I think it'd make it very interesting because it's not all about hey, I can use this legendary and this legendary. It's all about how you spend your points, and it wouldn't just be simple like okay, this one's 250, this one's 100. Mega versions would have different points. So you have a Kangaskhan that's 100, but once it Mega Evolves, it has 150 points. So you have to be aware that that's going to change your points value and build your team around it.
Sure,
Yeah. I think that sounds like a good idea, but I think in practice the hardest part you have is it already. I mean, we've all been to VGC events. It already takes so long to register Pokemon. If you have to factor in points as well, and you've got seniors and juniors competing as well that aren't very good with math.
So logistically, it might not be,
logistically seems like too much of a process. But I think it's great from the perspective of fairness.
I wouldn't
right?
have it as the VGC, standard, but
Yeah.
I think it would make a very interesting, individual league where it is like every Pokemon is rated basically,
Yeah.
and then you can go from there.
Because
then you could have teams of 6 that are all lower level Pokemon, and you could figure out which Pokemon is going to give you the upper hand rather than having a Pokemon with 100 points, which could probably defeat both 50 points, but those two give you an advantage together.
Yeah, sure,
And
yeah.
I think it would make for some very interesting competitions because you'd have people making teams of four hard hitters. And you'd be having teams of 6 who are all about setting up. You could have a baton pass party.
Yeah.
With all 4 of them just constantly passing up all these upgrades and then wipe everyone with the Magikarp as
Yeah.
people like to do.
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like that we're getting to like the stage where what do they do next year?
I think
Yeah, it's
that
like, are
this
they
is
gonna
only a
look-
push because they didn't have a game this year.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
the year
I
after
think
they'll have
next
a
year
new
is a new game
yeah.
and it brings new rules.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they might just get rid of Ubers altogether. This might be the last hurrah for
For
Gen
Ubers,
7.
probably, yeah.
But I like to do this. I think I've seen history with VGC where they've allowed legendaries come in and mess up the metagame a little bit. And this, to me, it seems disruptive enough. Like, if it was just another year of Mega Kangaskhan and the reign of terror that Mega Kangaskhan brings, I wouldn't have been motivated to play VGC. But this change has actually motivated me to get back in and start. Like, I've delved into Showdown. I've made a team on Showdown and played through that. I like using Groudon, which I've noticed, and
It's a good thing,
Xerneas.
yeah.
The Groudon Xerneas combo, I think,
I
is
don't
really
think
cool.
I haven't even used a primal Pokemon in my...
You guys check it out. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
a great
metagame is really
mechanic.
good. Yeah.
And then even the mechanic of how Rayquaza cancels out the weather effects of
Yeah,
Kyogre
so some of
and
these
Groudon
some of the
works.
abilities they're getting thrown around are actually really.
Yeah.
I would want to say overpowerful, but they cancel out each other. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're legendaries. That's their place in the world.
Also, I just wanted to say as well, I mean, are we ready to... I've got some Pokemon news that's related.
Yeah, well,
I just want to say to round it off,
Yeah.
I guess. You know, a lot of people think this year is very broken, but, you know, I think we're going to see a pretty exciting year coming up in the VGC thing.
it's just change.
Yeah.
Change is scary.
I think people should consider it as a challenge and give it a go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that with all that being said, I do think we are going to see, like, we've already seen it. Groudon's going to be there in a big way. Xerneas is going to be there in a big way. We might see some Mewtwo. Like, these Pokemon are going to be included in teams, and that's just a reality of the beast that is, you know, VGC.
Correct.
Speaking of legendary Pokemon, though, we have a new legendary Pokemon revealed.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you mean the new one that we found out about last year?
Well,
2 years ago.
Well,
Two
we
years ago.
didn't, because we didn't data mine the game, but those that did
Well, we done one the last game. This Pokemon was found in XY.
X and Y.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been
true.
around for a while. Look, it is called Volcanion.
Yes.
It is the first Fire-Water type,
Yes.
which is a new sort of grouping of types. And it's very complementary, or sorry, I should say, like, you know, the antithesis, right?
It's interesting. It's like
Contradictory, rather.
Steam
It's
Pokemon.
weak against
Yeah.
itself.
It's weak against itself, yeah.
But it's also strong against
Yeah.
itself.
But it also, yeah, it's quite good. So they.
I didn't know it was fire water, by the way. I haven't
It's
looked
cool.
into it.
So
but
what do
it's
we
very
think?
interesting.
Steam.
What's kind of the theory with this? Why now? What's the reason for revealing it now?
I do like how Nintendo was kind of like, they didn't do a massive reveal. They were just kind of like, hey guys, Volcanion. You kind of know about him already, so here it is.
I like to think that I just forgot about it.
Yeah. Like, oh, we should release
I think
that.
they really did. I think they did. Look, and we relate this back to the anime because it's just how it is. There's news coming out, leaking little bit by little about what the movie will be next year.
Yeah.
We know Zygarde's going to make an appearance. I take it Volcanion's got to make an appearance.
Well, we
as
just saw Hooper in the last movie, and we've seen Diancie, so...
We got Ash Greninja as well.
Yeah.
Still to
Oh,
come.
yeah,
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
I just think the question here is, you know, it's going to be an event Pokemon. Is it going to be that exciting? I wasn't excited about Volcanion when I first saw him all those years ago. I'm not really excited about him now.
I'm not really fussed with like Meloetta or Laser Bug. What's his name?
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Genesect.
But
Yeah, there are a lot of
I wanted to have
legendaries.
them just for my
Of
completion.
course.
Yeah, so I'll get it. I just don't care about it. I haven't touched Pokemon in so long.
I mean, I don't think we'll see a game that's centered on Volcanion, right?
No.
It's more likely Zygarde than
Because
anything else.
I mean, Hooper's been announced in the movie and everything, but we don't.
Hooper
have,
has been in a movie.
Yeah,
and that movie is out.
No, they just released... I remember reading something that he's available maybe in Japan or something like that.
We don't have it here yet.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
actual
thought
Pokemon.
Hooper has come out here.
Yeah, no, I think he has somewhere, but I can't remember how
We
to
just
get him
missed
exactly.
out the window.
Yeah.
I just think we weren't paying attention at the time.
Oh.
But that's that's an interesting bit of Pokemon news. And then also we've got our weekly Pokken sort of leak where Japan is receiving a special arcade controller with Pokken
Oh
Tournament.
yeah, I saw that.
And also Sceptile's been announced for Pokken Tournament
That's
as
awesome.
well.
I like
yeah, that was
Sceptile.
cool.
Yeah.
I like Sceptile.
So we all like Sceptile.
Wait, is Sceptile the first non-fighting type we're seeing?
No.
No,
Pikachu's
there's been
in
others.
it.
That's,
Gengar, Pikachu,
Yeah, Gengar, Pikachu.
Suicune.
They've very much said it's not about fighting.
What other megas have we seen?
Off the top of my
I
head.
think just Lucario. Isn't
Lucario.
it?
Lucario
Mewtwo.
and Gengar.
With Gengar? Yeah, Gengar was.
And Gardevoir is in it
Is
as
it?
well, yeah.
I'm really not paying attention. I'm going to just
Neither.
wait for the game to come out
Yeah.
and try and play it most.
But I'm still very excited.
Yeah,
Sceptile's
it
a
should
great
be fun.
announcement. I just hope it leads
It's
to
won me
Swampert
over.
and Blaziken as well.
When I
because
first
why not?
when I first saw it, I was like, ugh, no, not a good crossover. But it's gaining on me. It's winning me over.
Awesome. And do we think the special arcade controller is going to come to Western audiences? No?
I think it might be one of those order online situations
Yeah.
where you can get it, but it's
That's
not
the
going to be
safest way to do
openly
it, I think.
available.
Yeah.
Look, let's wrap up this year, shall we?
Yeah.
Like, it's been a good year. It's the first year of Red Coin.
Yes.
We've gone for 6-7 months.
Yeah.
It's in our inaugural year.
Inaugural year.
Yeah. Inaugural year.
Look, we've had
I
some
think
good
this is
times.
like the 25th or so episode we've done as well. So like, I think it's a
18th.
bit of 18th. All right.
Not including mini episodes.
Well, if we
with
do,
that,
I
we're
think
around-
it brings it up to
yeah,
25.
yeah.
So it's a milestone in a way
Yeah.
because, it's a culmination. We've been doing this for a while now. And I just want to thank all of you guys for doing this project and starting it and being willing to start it.
Absolutely.
Because it takes a lot.
Well, we've probably addressed this in the early episodes, but we were at a friend's house and we were like, we should do a podcast. I pulled out my phone and we just started talking about games.
Yeah.
Me and Chris listened to it on the ride home and we were like, you know what? Let's just do it. Yeah. We went out, we bought a microphone after a couple episodes, but then we just recorded an episode, and I think it's just cool that we actually did something.
Totally.
And now we're 6 months in, we're at 25 episodes minus...
Got a website?
Got a website at www.redcoin.net.au. We've got stickers.
We've got a YouTube channel.
We've been recognised as media.
Been to Paris.
Yeah. So look, there's big things to come. It's the first year. You don't make it bigger in the first year you're around. So look, bigger and better things to come.
Yeah, certainly.
So, and obviously, look...
Also, for all of you guys out there, if you want to be invited to the Red Coin Christmas party, Cam's paying for the tab. Just let us know, we'll send you an invite.
It's on a cruise ship, and we're going to Malaysia or something, I think. Yeah.
Why Malaysia? That's so odd.
Red Coin Christmas party, it's going to be a thing.
It's not happening.
Hey, before we wrap up for the year, I just want to say, is there anything that you've played recently that stood out to you? I mean, obviously, I made the commitment last week. Ken wasn't here.
Adam,
I need to
how is that going?
It's going really well.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you...
So I did make a commitment on air to play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3DS. Yeah. I just want to talk about it quickly. I've only been in the first area. I'm finding it a bit of an adjustment in terms of the controls and figuring out what controls work, what controls don't. I don't think I like the motion where you look and stuff. No, I know how to jump. Yeah. I know that. But the shooting as well, it's something that I think I'm just getting used to when equipping items and that kind of thing. But I am really enjoying it so far. It's a great game.
If we're talking about what we're playing, let's wrap it up with my favourite games. I got my PlayStation 4. Sorry, it's not Nintendo. And
we've been trying to force Cam to play Destiny.
Well, I played that a lot, and then I stopped playing it because you guys weren't on anymore, and I was too busy. But that's okay.
Sure.
What I finally did is I bought Infamous Second Son.
Sure.
And I played that, and it's one of my favorite games I've ever played. It's really, really good. I just can't talk good. And I played through and collected everything 100% past the game in probably 2 days, because that's when I had food poisoning, so I had nothing else to do.
Did you prefer back in the day Infamous to Prototype, or Prototype to Infamous, or had you?
I never really played Prototype properly. I played Infamous on the PlayStation 3. When I got my PlayStation 3, that was the game that came with it. Sure. Really liked that as well. But then it carries across very well. You can feel that it's the same game, but it's new enough that you can actually enjoy it as a whole separate entity.
I mean, I think we all know I've been playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chris?
Been playing Super Mario Maker.
Super Mario Maker.
Yep.
Getting those stars.
Made some levels.
Yeah, as I said, I'm trying to make Trials of Mario 2 right now.
Yeah.
It's not doing very well.
Well, look, guys, thanks for joining us for the year. We look forward to seeing you next year as well. As always, like, subscribe, share, comment, tell your friends, go to the website, go to the YouTube, go to iTunes, do whatever you want. Yeah. Contact us, talk to us. We're more than happy
be hearing from us.
Phone us directly.
Also, stay safe during this silly season, and we hope that you all get what you want for Christmas. If you don't have a Wii U, I hope you get one with Super Mario Maker.
Sorry. Did you hear that?
That's Santa coming down the chimney.
That's the sound of us signing off.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next year.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.